Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel. If you are hearing my voice for the first time, you're highly welcome. And to my returning subscribers, thank you guys for coming back. I love you all. It's officially the Vlogmas 2024 and today is the first day of the Vlogmas, and today's video is all about brows, everything I know about brows. If you want to know the details, sit back and watch this video to the end, guys. We are having a detailed brow tutorial and we are starting with grooming her brows very well. So the things you need to groom her brows very well is mascara wand. Some people call it brow spoolie, but just see what it looks like. Then you need your razor blade. So that's what you need. So you first of all brush the hair upwards. You still use brow tamers as well, but I'm using this to keep the hairs in place because you need these brows to be upwards while you are grooming the brows. You need it upwards, so I'm just making sure that the hairs are in place. They are upwards, they are not coming down. So this is just basically to keep the hair upwards. Just keep it in place while you are doing what you're doing. So one thing again you should note is that at this beginning part, you're taking the hair upwards, just this beginning, but as it goes, you slant it with your brow gel, with your brow tamer, or probably with your wax or your hair wax, whichever one you are using. But I usually use hair wax now because I'm just grooming the brows. When I am done grooming the brows, at the cost of the makeup, when I'm doing the brows properly, I can go with my brow tamer. That's the difference. So after this, after you brush the hair upwards at the beginning part, as you go with the brow tamer on your brush, you go slant. You slant it. You slant. So then we're about to groom the brows. Look at, I'm sure you can see very well. The particular place we are laying emphasis on is on her brow bone, and this is the brow bone. You see this bone here is what we refer to as a brow bone. Do you understand? And one other thing again you should note is that always make sure your skin, the skin of your model or your client, is firm, very, very firm, so that you don't injure them. Remember, it's a very sharp blade. So now we're just going to work only on the brow bone. Just remove any excess hair from however you have, when you have tamed the brows, you have tamed the brows upwards. So remove any excess hair that is underneath. So that's exactly what we are doing. You can see how clean this place is. You can see how it is. They will come upwards. Remove any excess hair upwards. Just remove any excess hair upwards. So then you brush away, brush everything. Then one other thing again you should remember to do is remove the hair upwards. So when you take the brown hair, anyone that is not in place, you just remove it like this. Just take it off. Then just remove any excess hair at the end here. You see? So with this, even when your client or model remove the brows, at the end of the day, the brows is still intact and in place. So look at this one is out. So just remove. Okay, so the next phase of our brows is to use the brow tamer. So I am using Browmatic by Damel. Taking it for with my brow spoolie. So this is exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to take the hair upwards, just this beginning part. Remember what I said initially when we are grooming the brows. So we're going to take this upwards. Then You take the remaining downwards, take it down. So just make sure it's well flattened, so it will help the easier to make your brows way easier. You see what I'm doing? You see the way all the hair strands are all in place. And one other thing again that this process does to your brows is that it's already giving an illusion of how the shape of the brows will be. So when it's time for you to draw your brows, you're not really doing too much, and it helps your brows to be way faster. So we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Remember, you're taking it upwards at the beginning. You're taking it upwards at the beginning, remember, and we're taking the remaining one down. Yeah, taking it down, taking it down. So it is now. This is how your brow is supposed to be. So we'll continue with the rest of the makeup. And while we are doing that, we are allowing this to dry up. But if you want to go ahead to draw your brows immediately, you can use your setting powder to take away the oil, the shine from it. But me, I will just allow it to dry naturally. By then, by the time I'm done with the eyeshadow, probably and the lip, the eyebrow would have dried naturally. Then we'll come back to the eyebrows. So now we're going to do some measurements on the brows, so you know when to start. Do you understand? So if you want to start your brows, I'm using this brush for example. This is the nose. This is the nose, not the bridge of the nose, by this side of the nose. Just take it upwards, straighten it. That is where you should start your brows. So we're going to mark it. This is it. If you straighten it like this is it. Then here, this side of the nose, if you slant this side of the nose to the brow bone, it is at your brow bone that you can start slanting your brows. So the brows is basically like three aspects of it. It has the beginning part, it has the slanting part, which is the at the brow bone, and it has where it will end. Do you understand? So the beginning part is here. The brow bone is here. When you slant your nose, so don't mess up with the eyes. When you slant your, you can see, right? Then this is it. Then if you want to know where your brow should end, here, look down. This is where your brow should end. Here. So you know where your brow should end here. So this is where it ended. See. You can see? So you can do the same thing upward, the other side. You brow start here. So if your client or model have hairs here, which is where the hair, you can remove it, or if the person doesn't want, you can just leave it there. But your brows cannot start here. Your brows will have to start here. Like when I saw her initially, she has hairs here. So I just had to take permission from her, then remove this part. So now this is where your brow starts. You see what I said earlier on? I allowed the brow tamer on the brows to dry completely on its own, and it has dried. So there's no point for me to use setting powder. Or if you want to apply immediately, you can use the setting powder to take away the shine. Then you can dust it off and start over with your brows. So now I am done with the eye work, and I am now to the brow. So I do my, after my eye work, I must have given the brows enough time to have dried up. Then I go straight to the brows. So we go this way. It starts here, it's here, and it's here. So let's start with what we have just learned. So for the brows, I'm going to be mixing these two, the Tehila gel, black gel liner, and Eggy and Esther brown pomade. It's a brown shade. So I took a bit of the Tehila black gel liner with more of this. So this is like 3 portion to 1 portion of this. Do you understand? So this is 3 portion to 1 portion of this. One thing again I take my time to do for this brow tutorial is to also let you guys know that there are some times where you make mistakes while you are doing your brows, but regardless, you still have to move on. At this particular tutorial, at this particular brows, I figured out that there was something I wasn't supposed to do, but I'd already done it already, so I just had to continue and just move forward. I wasn't supposed to start from that beginning. The reason is because she already had a very full brows. Do you understand? So there was no need to start from that particular spot. There was no need to start from that particular point. I should have just give it a little space backwards and just concentrate on highlighting her brow bone, and that would have just brought the brows to life and makes it better and beautiful. When I did this at the end of the brows, I found out that these particular techniques made the brows bigger, made the brows way bigger, and that was not what it's supposed to be. Do you understand? So, but these particular techniques can work for those that really have scanty brows. I went ahead with this brows because the intention for it was to explain to you guys the detailed techniques concerning brows. So if you're found in this position, continue and make sure that you get it right at the end. So just watch these brows as we go, and you will see how eventually the brows turn out so beautiful and nice still. So this is just to let you know that if you're doing your own brows and at the end or before the end you find out that something is not right, just continue with the techniques you know, or probably watch this video, understand the techniques, because so that you work with each person according to its own brows, not, do you understand? So that is the idea of these techniques, because if you use one particular technique and apply to everyone, you won't get it right. But you work with each person according to the kind of brows they have. Bring it back. It's like when you are climbing the hill. You are climbing the hill. By the time you get to the hill, you come down. That is just how it works. So you bring it down. While you are bringing it down, manage to create like a curve. If you bring it down straight, this particular point will be too pointed. So just create like a curve, bring it down and create like a curve, using this high point of the brush. So create like a curve, then come down and mix it up. So do the same thing for the other side of the brows. I'm sure you guys are really understanding everything about those brows. Please, if you don't understand, or if you find difficult in any part, just drop your thoughts in the comment section. I will attend to it. And I'm still going to, like I said, this Vlogmas is 10 days video every day to Christmas. Everyday video to Christmas. So in one of the days before Christmas, I'm going to still give you an updated brow tutorial to further explain to you what I mean by not starting from the beginning of the brows, so that you get it, you understand what exactly I am saying. It's better illustrated than just saying it with the mouth. Do you understand? So I hope you understand every part of this brows, and when you find yourself in situations like this, you know how to redeem yourself out from this situation. The idea is for me to make the mistake and you learn from it, so you don't get to make the same mistake like I did. Do you understand? So that is why I'm always out here to give you raw tutorial, not edited tutorial, like raw the way it is. I want you to learn. So guys, we're going to be having a Q&A section in between this Vlogmas before Christmas. So drop your questions, I'll always answer them. So we're going to be using this pencil, Brogasm from Beauty Line by Didi, to fill in the sparse area. So we're going to fill in, this is the sparse area. See this line, these spaces here and there. I did not do anything to this side of the brows, if you can notice, just at this point where there is space here and there. So we're just filling it up. You're just filling it up, filling it up, filling it up. Then at this point, just give it a few stroke to maintain the brows. Then we are done. Then use the other side of this, because this pencil have the both side. Just brush to see if there's any other sparse, any area that you should fill in. Like I promised earlier, I'm going to be giving you guys each video for 10 days before Christmas, and it's going to be like a Vlogmas series, each day with different episodes, but it's going to come with both lifestyle, it's going to come with motherhood, makeup tutorial, all this packed for 10 days before Christmas. I really promise to dish out each day for each video. I pray I'm able to fulfill this promise, guys. So one of the days is going to be a question and answer series, so please drop your question, let me do the answering. So I'm using this Kevin Akon concealer to highlight her brow bone. So this is it. While highlighting her brow bone, I didn't start from here. So while you are highlighting the brow bone, you have to be very careful. One thing about brows is that whatever mistake or whatever thing you feel you didn't get it right while you are using your pencil or your brow gel, you can always get it right at this particular point when you're highlighting the brows. Whatever you didn't get right at this point, forget it. You're not getting again. There's no third chance. So I made it in such a way that you can always know that while you are working on this, you can always have some corrections. So at this point, I'm making the brows a bit thinner at this tail end. However you feel it's not well, so for this particular point, I'm taking it upwards. Here. So just to make sure everything is well defined and neat. So I'm going to use a smaller brush so I can walk through the brow bone. Check your brows. If there are some parts you need to add a bit, for here I feel I should add a bit here. So I feel I should add a bit there. You see, it is now well pronounced. And I also can see that, okay, let me take a bit up. If you've watched this video to this point, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you have not, share the video to your friends and family, and drop your thoughts in the comment section. I will be waiting at the other side. So I use our own shade of foundation to clean up the top of our brows. There are some times when you draw your brows and your brows is way neat, there's no need for you to clean up the top of the brows. But this time around, I decided to clean the top of our brows because I can see some corrections there. And I needed to clean them up. So I just went ahead bit by bit, carefully, to clean them up completely. You get. So guys, just let me know whatever you don't understand. So this time around, the camera was way obvious and clean. Remember when we were doing these brows, it wasn't as clean as this. There were faults here and there, but as time goes, that was why I told you not to give up. Regardless, you can work out something with your brows. Hence, you're using the right techniques. You can always clean it up towards the end and make it better like you wanted to do. There's always a way around the brows if you're working correctly while using the right techniques. So guys, the video is a bit lengthy because I needed to take my time to explain this to you. There was no way I could have done it in a rush, so I took my time. So don't be angry if the video is this lengthy. The aim and the purpose for this was to give you guys a real raw tutorial. Do you understand? So not just work that is being edited. At the end of the day, you wouldn't know how to react if you fall at the other side where your brows is not as clean as you want it to be. So I needed to make it as raw as possible so that you can be able to know that, okay, when my brows is not clean, I can make it better. I want to thank you guys for always staying tuned to my channel, for always and always being there for me, coming to watch my videos whenever I upload them. I want to say a very big thank you guys. You have been so amazing. It is because of you I am still in this channel. It is because of you that we have a channel existing, and I am super grateful. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to share this video to your friends and family. Do not forget to like the video, subscribe if you've not, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.